Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm Rachel Hogan. This is Rachel Hogan's art. Uh, doing a sound check here. Hello and welcome to my live. It's working. Hi. So let's try to get this on current time because it is behind just a little bit. And I'm working on finishing this octopus here. Got to get it done. I have every light I own right now on except for that one up there. So I'm going to put that one on. And hopefully people can come in and join when they're ready to. Well, I paint. I figured I'm going to be painting. Normally I only paint on, or I live stream on Tuesday and Wednesday. Excuse me, Tuesday and Thursdays at 9. But I'm working on changing that, and it's Sunday. So Sunday night, and it would have been 9, except we had our time change, so it's actually 10 p.m. But that's okay. I'm awake still because my body will take, what, a couple weeks to adjust to the new time, which is so, so ridiculous to me. I do not like the time changes. They just need to leave the clock one time. The sun doesn't change, so I don't know why our clock should. Anyway, that's a whole new thing. A whole different thing than art. We're going to just stick to art here tonight. And tonight, I'm going to blend some stuff and finish this octopus painting up. So I'm going to start my own chat. Am I getting hearts? Somebody? Oh, thank you. Well, someone's giving me hearts. Thank you so much for those hearts. Who's on here? Oh, I love that. Juice World 80. Hi. Hello, Juice World 80. Thank you for those hearts. I forgot what I was doing. Okay. So yes, I have every light on in the house. And I'm going to be kind of blending in some of this. My last live stream I did this flower, and then I did a TikTok video. So I'm exploring TikTok. I did a video for about an hour on TikTok about 2 yesterday, and I was gonna do it today, but I just didn't feel like it. So, or was it yesterday? I don't know. One of those days. So I'm just gonna add some paint here, and gonna get her done. We're going to be doing quite a lot of blending. So I'm putting my white on, just grabbing it off. And this kind of got a little bit dry overnight, or less damp, I should say. So I'm putting the white where I'm going to be blending colors. Maybe some over here. And I actually already have some blue on here, so I'm getting a little bit. Okay, I keep ducking because my light is in the way. Right, all of my things to a better location. So Juice World. Oh, thank you for saying you like my art. Thank you so much. I just now looked at the comments. Let's see. Oh, Kim Orlando 85. Hello. That's a neat painting. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. So, okay, so I've got my blues and some white. I'm going to do a little bit of blending down here first, I think. And what is that? Good at painting? Oh, thank you. Never give up. Thank you. Sometimes sometimes you're just tired, you know. Um, just get tired, and I need my not ultramarine, but my phthalo blue. That's my favorite one. Put some of that on my palette here. My head is right next to this one of my lights. I don't really know if it makes a difference. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so I got some more of my phthalo blue on here. And I already have white on the canvas. But I just kind of want to blend a little bit of blues around that is really turned so you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it. Oh, and Juice WRLD, you had to leave? Oh, that's, well, thank you for stopping in. It was so good to have you join me for a minute. All right, so now I'm gonna have my blues. Now this blue is so intense, I have to actually scrape it off the brush a lot because now this is an oil painting, and as an oil painting, it does not dry very quickly, and the oils like to stick to things, like your paintbrush bristles. And blue is a tough color to neutralize once it's on there. So actually, I think I'll get a little bit more white. Here we go. Never ever have enough white. This is the biggest tube I could find. I didn't want to, if there is a bigger tube, I don't want it though. This tube is plenty big. Uh, add some white there and some here. And a little bit down here. I always have a couple of blobs of white on my canvas so that way I can add it to the different colors without getting it too messy. So I'm going to have a little bit of my paint thinner, and I'm working it into the white. Because I want it to be really light where it meets this green. And where it meets this orange. And we're just going to blend it in a little bit. I really have this canvas turned a lot. There. Hopefully you can still see that. It looks like you can. Oh, Juice WRLD. Would you say, oh, your dad died? Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. Oh, oh, your dog. Oh, your dog died. You had to put him down. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you changed that to dog. I'm so sorry about your dog. That's the saddest thing when you have to put a dog down. I'm really sorry about that. I've had to do it before. It's the worst. Yeah. And John Doe Myco. Wow, that's amazing. I love the palette you chose for Octopus. Oh, thank you, John Doe. That's awesome of you to say. I appreciate that. Okay, so where was I? I got lost here. Somewhere down here, I think. Except now I have too much blue on my brush again, as I was saying earlier. Yeah, this color palette was very fun, actually, and I love color, obviously. So this is definitely a, and I put some white here. earlier. I put a little bit of white here and around here. So that way when I go in to blend it, I can start with some white on the outside. And this is a dry canvas, very, very dry canvas, most of it. Some of it's wet from when I live streamed last. Um, so so some parts are wet and some parts are dry. By the end of tonight, I'm sure all of it will be a wet canvas here. And I usually stream on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So streaming on a Sunday night is a new thing. And I usually have a little bit of people who follow me on Tuesday and Thursday nights, but they don't know I'm here tonight. So they may or may not show up. But I was hoping for new people anyway to share this beautiful painting with, and I'm glad you could make it. And I'm on the floor. This is amazing. And that blue likes to stick to the brush, as I said. So I'm going to just keep scraping it off and adding a little bit more white and a little bit of paint thinner because the white fresh out of the tube is very thick and I need to thin it down just a teeny bit. Fuzzy Forge, that is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Fuzzy Forge. Thank you very much for that. I'm having a lot of fun painting this one. I will tell you that much. I'm going to add some more white down here. Here. Right in through here. Got a little too much there. Before I forget, I'm just going to scrape that little bit off right there. Now the blue here, that's dry from when I painted. I've been working on this painting for months. I haven't worked on it every day. I've worked on it like here and there. So it's not like it's taking me that long to paint it. It's just that I had to make a New Year's resolution to finish my paintings. And I'm really trying hard to finish this painting. Getting a little dab of paint thinner on my brush. And I'm going around the outside of this blue because I really want this to be light toward the octopus legs. And so I brought the white in, and now I'm going to slowly bring the white out, or the blue out, and kind of lighten the brush up, like ever so gently as I get closer to the octopus arm, because I want that to be a lighter blue. Right in there. And it's going to blend in with these other couple of colors, sort of. There we go, right on up to that orange. I really like the orange in this. I think it just really brought it out and made it pop. And a little too much blue on there. I'm just carefully going around. That orange on there is still pretty wet, actually. And once you get the orange in there, then I have to just scrape it to get it off of the canvas, which is kind of a pain. So we're just going to take our time and swirl the tip of the brush around. La 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 la, just like that. Okay. and wipe off the brush again. And Juice World, you're still here? How are you so good? Mean you can put time out for being mean. Oh, a mod, you meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see if I can do that. Um, oh, I'm on the wrong phone. I'm streaming from this one. I'm reading from my other one. So let me try again. Okay, there you go, girl or dude. Uh, there you go. Just made you a mod. Thank you for that. That was really nice. When I first started painting or streaming on YouTube, I did not know what a moderator was. And people kept offering to be a moderator. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And I'm thinking, oh, I'll have to Google what that means later. But I figured it out. Then I felt kind of funny because it was like, oh, duh, it wasn't really that big a deal. Okay, so I got some oil paint on here, a little bit more white. And I should save this for the end and do this first, but because that's bugging me, because I already put blue there, now I have to do it first. So I'm just putting some white over that blue. A little bit more. Here we go. And just slowly and just gently, just swirling the tip of that brush around, just to blend those colors together. And I'm going to swirl it all the way around to this side where this blue is. And right onto that leg. And I'm just kind of giving it a little wiggle just to get some movement in there. And cleaning the brush off again, add a little bit more white. And ever so gently, just on the tip of the bristles, barely touching, because I want to blend this. I'm not packing paint on, I'm just kind of swirling it a little bit to get it to blend, the colors to blend together, just on that inside part, not the tentacles. So I've got to be really careful not to run into those, because with oil paint, everything will blend that you touch pretty much, or not blend, depending on how it works. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add a little bit of blue going through here. So it looks more like a little bit of a blue blob. And just tip it out a little bit again. I'm probably in the way, in my own way, so you can't see. But constantly cleaning the brush. I did get a little bit of orange on here. So I have another brush I'm using for orange, and that's this one. And it's pretty dry. So I'm just going to go around like that with my dry brush. And that's kind of going to pull in the color that I want to get it to blend better. Yeah, that's good, just like that. So some of that orange is still wet from last night, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna stand back and see how this looks for a minute. No, don't try it out. No, that's not, because they're already left. And it does work. Have you ever tried moderating before? Or have you been a moderator before, Juice World? Okay, going back to my blue brush. I'll put on a little bit more of the paint thinner just to get my the white paint I put on earlier. Um, wow, Juice World. Um, what kind of dog did you have anyway? Did you say already? What kind of dog was it? Yeah, little teeny bit more paint thinner because this white is really, really thick. All right. So I'm swirling it around between these two colors because I want them both to blend into the white, but not into each other so much. Grab a little bit there. Just swirling that around. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Lots of swirling with the tip of the brush. Now you can see there's some blue there that I put on yesterday. All of these other colors, most of them were put on yesterday or the day before. So some of them are kind of dry and some of them are still kind of damp. So we'll see which one's which by how they blend. Go. You can kind of see it start to flow there. Teeny bit more of the paint thinner, just a dab, because like I said, I'm working on a dry canvas and I want to bring this around. Have those two colors blend into each other using just the tip of the brush, just ever so gently swirling it around. There's a little bit of pressure. Obviously, you can see my canvas moving, but um, whoa. Okay, Juice World. Oh, you had a bulldog. Okay. He was a bulldog. Okay, those are really good dogs. Really nice. We're going to continue blending. And I might, let me check. I'm going to check the comments over here and see if there's anyone else on here. There was somebody, it looks like. I hope I didn't miss anyone. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue blending this. And it's going to blend on into that pinky color. And it's going to look really awesome. So I'm pulling that pink into the blue. And some of the blue into the pink. And a lot of it has dried quite a bit. So I'm adding some paint thinner, and now I'm going to do the swirly thing again with a little bit of the paint thinner. Looks like I need to add a little bit more of my pink. And I still have some pink left from yesterday. I used a really cool, awesome hot pink color. It was the funnest color. Oh, now I'm using my blue brush for that. Let's go back to the other one. This is now my orange pink brush. And a little bit of my magenta purple color. just a tad. So we're getting that in there. That's such a pretty color. I like that. It's like a quinacridone violet. I can't say it. Quinacridone. Well, maybe I shouldn't even try. Quinacridone, I think. All right. So swirling the colors together with this. It's nice and gentle. Bringing it into the white and the white into the purple color. And now I'm going to lighten up quite a bit on this brush because I want that to just really, really, really lightly blend. And take off some of that purple. Grab a little bit more white on my brush. Teeny bit, teeny bit of paint thinner because my white is so thick from just coming out of the tube and I am blending on the canvas. As you can see, nice and lightly, lighter and lighter as I go further away. I'll use a little bit of X's for now. I'm gonna have that flow right into that blue, just like that. Scrape some of the purple off. Little baby X's, teeny tiny ones up here. And if you hold the brush handle back further, you'll get a better grip here. Oh, thanks Juice World for that. Um, um, I have done some showing around the rooms before, but right now I've just really got to focus on getting this painting done, or I would. Plus, I'd have to move my camera and then reset it back up to see this the right way. But Tuesday and Thursday nights at 9, I always live stream. So you can see me on YouTube at those times and ask me more questions. Tonight is just really focusing on getting this one done. And I'll actually probably do a TikTok. I want this to look a little darker right down here. Just a little bit. Let's see, how can I get a little bit closer there? Okay, yeah. So Juice World, are you in? No, you don't have to be sorry for asking. That's a great question. I mean, I have an awesome room actually. You can see part of it here. But yeah, catch me on a Tuesday night or Tuesday or Thursday nights, and I'm gonna try to stream like at 8:30, but usually I stream at 9 p.m. Tuesday and Thursdays, and I can show you around on those days. And I'm taking a break from that for a minute and just gonna lighten this part because this is another part that's been bothering me because I wanted it to blend a little bit better. It's a boo-boo I made, and so I was covering that boo-boo up with some paint here and waited for it to dry, and now I can blend it in. I'm just gonna grab a touch of that magenta, just a touch, and then blend that in. But I don't know if a lot of people are watching YouTube tonight, and it's kind of late, I guess, for the East Coast. Although I have a lot of friends and fans in the West Coast, in Seattle area, where I lived for many years. It was a really nice. And this is the wrong brush for that. So, all right. Now what I'm going to do here, because I don't want that much color, I'm going to actually wipe some of that off and blend it in with my paper towel. I just want it to kind of flow, but also take some of the paint off. To get that look I want. Same up here. I'm running out of paper towel. All right. Oh, here's another one. I'm gonna rip that one in half and then I'll wipe off a little bit more. It's a great technique for candy heart arts. Hi, you're back. Good to see you again. Thank you. I've been working on it, trying to get it done. I added some pink. So nice to have you back. Yeah, I decided to stream on a Sunday night. Right now I'm doing some blending to make this look more cloudy-like. I'm swirling with like a napkin to get some of the paint off, but also blend it. It's a very tricky process here, especially with all this blue. And some of it dried and some of it's still wet. So the process of having it blend properly is tricky. But what I'm doing is just kind of scuffling. I'm blending and scuffling. I want this to look nice and light. So Candy Hearts, how have you been? Did you have a good day today? Ah, I didn't do much. Well, I did some gardening today. All right, so I think we're about ready for our brush to come back. That looks good to me. Maybe a little bit down here. Ah, dang, I got the orange. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I got orange and paint all over myself. And I'll just grab a little bit more of that blue and white. And we'll just cover that up because I wiped it off enough. We'll add orange there later if we want to. All right. Just gonna swirl this around just randomly. Then I'm gonna add another color. Swirl, 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 swirl. And we'll take off some of this blue again. And then swirl this around here. Do you have a little bit more orange? We must have got up in that spot. I'll just cover that up. And gently swirling just with the tip of the brush. giving it some of that blendy stuff. Okay, and step back and take a peek at it. All right, let me take a peek at my comments here. Oh my goodness. Juice World, you live in Ohio. Okay. Oh, Veronica. Hello, Veronica. I'm sorry I didn't see you before. Um, let's see, what else do we have here? Candy Heart. What kind of easel is that? What kind of oil mediums do you use? Odorless paint thinner. Want to paint with oil, but the cleanup is a pain. It's actually not that bad, Candy Heart. Um, let's see. In Candy Heart, you're in northern Colorado. Oh, nice. And you went for a great dog with your dog walk. Good. Sounded like you had a wonderful day. Um, okay. Um, so what the question was, and I'm back here reading behind my, because I was trying to look at my octopus from a different angle. I'm actually going to move my camera just a little bit so you can see it more straight on. Um, so this kind of easel, I have a couple different ones. This is a very lightweight one that you can kind of pick up and move around easily. And I do use odorless paint thinner. Okay, I got it back here. So, oh, thank you for the hearts. That way you can see me painting as well. And right. So I'm getting a little bit of paint thinner from my paint thinner jar. And every time I walk away, I totally forget what I was doing. Let's see. Yeah, I can't focus. Did I move it back far enough? Can you see me? Okay. I think you can see it, right? Uh, the cleanup isn't too bad. Actually, I'm using like Grumbacher paints, and there's a lot of oil paints that have like a water kind of oil mix sort of thing. So you can clean them with water. I will just wipe off the excess paint from oils off the brush, then clean it in the paint thinner, just like water, except you close the lid and all the paint goes to the bottom of the jar. And so then your paint thinner becomes clear and the oil paint builds up on the bottom. Sometimes it stirs up when you reuse it. So you got to clean it every, depending on how often you paint, you want to clean your paint thinner. And there's some ways to reuse it as well. And then I just wash it with some soap and water. There's a pink soap that is made for brush cleaning. It's called pink soap. It's pink and it's in a bottle. And you can use that to clean your brushes. Also, oh, I forgot about that blue I put there earlier. Let's play with that while I'm talking. And and then you just let them dry. So it's pretty easy really to clean up. Okay, yeah, I put various patches of white paint around earlier when I started this. So that way, when I started blending, it would already be there for me, and I didn't have to grab more paint off of the my easel. So yeah, oil paints are actually, I always used to do acrylic paint, and then I learned to do oils and fell in love with oil paints. So that's just what I do now, just oil paint, just because the blendability is so fantastic. Okay. This is nice, but we want to bring it down a little bit and make it look kind of drippy. Nice and quiet right now. Oh, have coloring books will travel is here. Hi. Hi, Laura. Laura. It's been a minute. So sorry. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. That's so great of you. I've been working trying to finish this octopus, and it's my goal to, what is that? Some dirt or something. Something got on here. Ah, it's off. All right, so we're getting this done. Um, I just felt it needed some darkerness down here. Since we've got the dark up there, I wanted it to kind of drip on down to the bottom a little bit. Let me see. Let me step back here and see how it looks. I've got to find my. Oh, and I was going to ask you, Candy Heart, what kind of dog do you have? I have not been to Colorado, but I have folded clothes and have the coloring books. What is your YouTube channel, Candy? Oh, I think I subscribe to Candy. Beautiful, bright colors. Yes, they really are fun ones. I'm having a great time painting this Candy 8-year-old Japanese chin named Moki. All cute. Very cute. Okay, now I'm sizing up where I want to put color. This is kind of a little bit too stark for me, so I'm going to kind of blend that in a little bit. Got lots of blue on this brush. Swirl it around, and then I'm going to take and do a little bit of lightly rubbing this around to blend it in even more. Interesting. Never know what my paint's going to do. You should always know what your paint's going to do, but I sometimes just don't know. It just likes to do its own thing. Ah, okay. You love the flower in the painting. Thank you. I do too. That actually turned out really good. The Candy Heart coloring books. I think her name is Lori. Laura, yeah. I thought Laura. I'm so bad at names. I apologize. And it's so sweet of you to come by. I have checked your channel out a couple times, but I usually do it from a different account. But I always hit like, just so you know. All right, a little bit more of our magenta color. I just like that color. So nice. It's so dark and present. It's just present. And I like that about this color. I'm bringing it around. So I just want it to flow on into this area up here. Just kind of spreading that around. But yeah, I decided to paint on a Sunday, and I really need to get this done. So I'm like, why not live stream while I'm doing it? and expand my days as I was planning on doing anyway. Okay, now we're gonna grab a little bit of white. And I'm kind of using an X motion, bending my wrist, hold the paintbrush way back at the back. And then we're gonna sort of blend this a little bit. Just nice and easy like. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I feel like I already have. Bayo, hey, Bayo, welcome to a Sunday night live stream. Hey, how was your day today? Did you stream or do you take Sundays off? All right, so pretty. Get a little bit more of that dark on here. I think I just don't have enough paint is what it is. Here we go. And some of it has been drying on my palette because if I worked on this every day for a couple hours every day, it would be done already. But oh, it was so beautiful today. I wanted to go out and work in my yard. So I did a lot of yard work. It was like 83 degrees today, which I thought was pretty cool. All right. So right in here, that's good. All right. That's just fine like that. And a little more quinacridone violet. It's really a tough word to say. Quinacridone. Oh, you know what, Laura? If you're still here, I was going to ask you a question about diamond painting. Um, Candy Heart, I'll be working on my octopus tomorrow, but not on camera. Okay. Taking a camera break, might paint 2 more octopuses too. Oh, I understand that. I do that too. Sometimes you have to take a break from the camera because it's pressure, people are watching you. No one's watching. It's a different way to create. That is, if you're diamond painting, it doesn't matter because that's easy to do. You've got your pattern and everything all laid out, so that's always nice. Oh, the diamond painting question. Okay, Laura, you are still here. Awesome. I'm using a flat tip brush. This is a filbert. This is a uh, so it's kind of a roundy tip brush, and I'm just kind of just adjusting the level of how heavy the touch is when I'm using it. So I have a lighter touch and then a heavier touch, depending on how much paint or how much blending I want to do. And I had glued this on before, so it's really tough to get that to blend in like I want it to. Oop, there we go. And just touch around it. There. Okay, so I think I played with that enough. We got my orange. Now another flower's going down here. And this kind of looks like the ink from the octopus, so I'm gonna go with that. That sounds like a fun idea. I'm gonna grab a little more blue and make it look like it's ink from the octopus, just in an abstract kind of way. Not too much. I don't want way too much. Just enough, but I'm definitely going to need some more of that blue. My favorite, which is the phthalo blue. That's probably in almost every single one of my paintings. It's somewhere. And this, I'm using this blue brush is also a filbert brush. So I've got my, well, it was my orange brush, but now it's my violet brush. And then this is a filbert number 12. And this is the blue filbert number 8. They're both Master's Touch brand. So they're okay. They work. They work all right. Here. And kind of make it look like it's coming from the octopus, but not too much. Let me try painting with one paintbrush in my hand. Get a nice glob on there. Pull it around. Pull it around. Let's see. Have it going through the back side of this leg here. All right. Don't want to spend too much time on that either. Kind of got a cool look to it though. Got a lot of different looks on this octopus. Bring it a little closer. All right. Oh, Laura, you're getting Candy might be your 600 subscriber. 600, congratulations. That's really great. I think I only have like 517 subscribers. So not a lot. But then I've only been on like like twice a week, so I'm changing that. So it's going to be more soon. So right now, I wanted to put some more tentacles around on this leg here. He didn't have that many. She doesn't have a name right now. I'll give him one now. And okay, so we've got one leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this leg here actually kind of just stops. So that was something I noticed last time I was working on it, is that it just kind of stopped. And I didn't want that to happen. Let's blend that up a little bit. And this is my number 8, which isn't probably the best choice. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this leg, I was thinking that one comes up and swirls around. And this one does as well. Let's bring that a little rounder. I've got a lot of paint on this still. I'll add a little bit of white to that and smush it around. Smushy, smushy. A lot of painting is smushy, smushiness. Got to get that smushiness in there. And smush it over here, really close to that dark blue, but not quite. And then up, angle the brush a little bit to get it going in this direction with those tentacles. And I'm kind of patting and pulling at the moment. And I want to add some brighter orange down here as well. So let's do that. I really like these bright colors. And let's see, the other flower took shape this way. So I'm going to bring that flower around like this. And let's grab a little more red. And this is going to be our center here. And this way and that way. That's going to be cool. And we'll have some yellow in that flower as well. All right, a little bit of paint thinner because that paint is thick. Um, Patty Myers, hello. Name for the painting could be Athena's Dream World. Athena's. Patty Myers, huh? Welcome to the stream. And I like that name, Athena's Dream World. Now, do you want to say why? Because that's actually very curious. That's a very curious. Okay, I got a lot of red on there and not enough orange. That is Viridian or something. Definitely need more orange. Grab that orange. I want really bright orange. We'll work that on and through. Now this is all dry canvas. I have a little bit of white that I put on earlier today, so that way I could blend things in, which is why right now you can see the orange is fading into the lightly into the white color and vice versa. Yeah, look at that. It just soaks that right up. It's good. Okay, so we're going to connect these two colors. So I'm going to add a little bit of my paint thinner. So I don't want the paint too thick because it won't blend, but you don't want it too thin either. You got to find that happy medium with the paint. It's probably a good idea to smoosh it around on your palette before you paint with it, but I am not doing that today because I'm just throwing paint where I want it, and then I figure it out later. That's been my theme for this flower. Or this painting, I should say. I'm focusing on the flower, so that's why I said flower. All right. Can you see that down there? I think I could lower my camera down a little bit. Dioxazine purple is hard to say too. Yes, that is true. It is hard to say. Let's see, is there a question here? Candy Heart, Rachel, have you read Soul of an Octopus? No, you haven't. You're reading it now. Well, that sounds really like a good book. Soul of an Octopus by S.Y. Montgomery. No, but that is really cool. Maybe I'll read that. The octopus is dancing the music of the trumpet. Patty, the book I'm reading about octopus had a very interesting octopus. Oh gosh, I didn't know there were so many books with octopus. Her name was Athena or Althena, and they were very playful, are very playful and smart. Yes, they are. Yes. I saw a couple documentaries. One was really sad. Bet you guys have seen it. It's where the diver goes in and he makes friends with this octopus. I think it was my octopus, my friend, or something like that. Oh my goodness, it was so heart touching. Beautiful documentary. All right, so the blue just really gets into those bristles, and I'm using like an old t-shirt cut up to get some of that paint off because otherwise it will just soak right on in there. All right, a little more white and a little bit more. So how's everybody doing with this time change thing? Because that's why I'm painting so late because it feels the same to me. Uh, whiter here, whiter. And yes, I'm using my fingers. Do that sometimes. Sometimes that's the only way I can get it to do what I want. And get the look that I want. It's probably best to use a glove. I'm one of those brave people. I grew up eating dirt, mud pies, playing outside in the woods and all that. So, yeah, I don't give out at too many things. Bugs, yes, I don't like bugs. And I live in Florida, so there's all kinds of fun bugs here. Okay, and I'm going to put some more of this teal color down here later, but right now I'm going to go back to that orange. I think I'll move the camera down for a minute. How long have I been on here anyway? I think it's been a little over an hour. Plastic Flower, hello. Thank you for joining. Oh, you guys are reading the same book? That's so weird. Okay. The pink part by the sun looks like a trumpet. Pink part by the sun looks like a trumpet. Oh, very cool. That's why the octopus is dancing. I love that. Candy Heart, not a fan of daylight savings. Hanging in there, good. All right, I'm going to lower this down. I think you might be able to see that flower a little better. Trying to move this camera. I'll probably be in the way though when I start painting it. Oh, Candy shared the story with you, Patty. Oh, okay, I see. You guys are buddies. Oh, very nice. I used to read all the time, but I stopped. It makes me fall asleep now. I used to not fall asleep, but I like to write, like I write in a journal every night, but I don't really read much anymore. I don't want it too spiky looking. Okay, so now we're kind of blending these two together a little bit. And kind of tucking it into those tentacles. Okay, I think I will get this painting finished actually. Um, there was someone who wanted to buy it, which I was so excited to hear. A little bit more white on this. Where was I going to put the white? I guess right around here. If someone does buy this painting, then I will have to make another one because I really love it so much. So I'll have to do another one just so I can enjoy it. Of course, we can always make prints of this one too. Can't keep all my originals. Okay. Now, this flower, I'm going to have to finish oops, another day because it is so, let's bring this back up here. It's pretty wet and I don't want the colors to overblend. So I'm going to call it a night. Audio books while painting candy hearts. Oh, that's a good idea. Self Elf, hello. Welcome to the stream. Um, I always forget the names of things. Let me see if I can take a screenshot. What was the name of that book? The book, Athena, Athena. Oh, here it is. I found it. See if I can get a screenshot of that. S.Y. Montgomery, Soul of an Octopus. Okay, I got a screenshot of it. Self Elf. I love the Planet edition. Oh, thank you. Candy Heart. Hope she does buy it. Yes, I'm sure she will. I'm just gonna take out some of these lines. This brush is pretty dry. I keep taking paint off. You can see a lot of it's on this rag. And when I stand up here, I can kind of look down and see where it needs to blend more. And I'm just pushing the paint down, and it's sticking to my brush here. Yeah, I'm gonna finish that planet actually, Elf, and it's not quite done yet. I got to get more of the rings around there, and then this is the moon up here. I don't know if I want to add another planet or not, actually. I'm kind of liking the two flower thing and the two planet thing with the octopus and what looks like octopus ink to me. Now, I don't want it coming out of the octopus because then it'll look like it's doing something that's unpleasant, I think. So we'll leave it where it is. And I'm glad you noticed the planet there. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and I think we're going to call this night pretty much done. I think I've been streaming an hour. It's 11 o'clock, which would normally have been 10 o'clock. All right, let me move this light And I'm gonna move this camera back just a teeny bit. What a fun octopus. And there's a couple other of my paintings right above it and beside it. But Self, I'm glad you liked that edition. And I will check out that book, um, Soul of an Octopus. It sounds amazing. Hope it's an easy read. Well, audiobook should be good. I have audiobooks. I haven't really used it lately, so I think they're sharing on it. Um, but yeah, I will check that out. All right, so I'll probably paint on this a little bit tomorrow and hopefully finish it. I may do it like as a TikTok though, because I'm starting TikTok, and I'm also, while I'm TikToking, I am time lapsing the video so I can put it on my YouTube channel and in faster time so you can see the process and also the end result. So this is it for tonight. I think we've got a lot accomplished. Thank you guys so much for joining my stream tonight. I thank you so much. It's just been such a pleasure, and I'm very, very happy to share my painting with you. Um, I got tired of doing those 1 hour little doodads because this is what I do is colorful oil paintings. And I didn't feel like that was coming across in my videos. My Tuesday, my hour of painting. So look how much I got done in an hour right now, because this is the third time I've done this painting live, and I'm getting used to it. And my all my oils are out, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm trying not to worry about what I look like on camera. So, Patty, I'm doing the audiobook through Libby app. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. All right, guys, have a great night. I'll probably stream at some point tomorrow on TikTok, and I'll post a couple of videos on my YouTube channel, and then I may not be streaming Tuesday or Thursday because there's some personal events that are happening this week that I may not be able to avoid, and but I will try to at least post some shorts, and we can enjoy those. So have a good night, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Um, and thank you for saying good night, and have a great night, you guys. Bring this in real close. Whoops, just kicked it. Look at that. Look at that closeness. Pretty cool. Very, very fun. Very fun. All right, guys. Toodles.